I could fly.
Hi guys, how are you guys doing? Good? Okay, I'm going to be teaching you some stuff that I usually don't teach outside because I do a lot of masterminds, and these masterminds like $12,000, and I'm going to just do some 45 minutes of free talk to you guys. You guys want to hear it? Okay, let's do it. So let's go on into the basics. We're going to talk about ranking, right? So the basic for ranking is first to optimize your page. So here are the 8 steps checklist that you should look at when you rank, when you do optimization on your listing page. So make sure you fill out all the keywords that you think that it's going to sell on title, bullets, description, search term, subject matter, platinum keywords, reviews, and questions and answer. So in that order, okay? So I'll talk about a little bit more about this as well, but just remember that. Take some pictures if you can. So who wants to see some internal data for ranking? Like how does the A9 algorithm really works? You guys want to see it? Do it. Okay, so here's the ranking right here. AOEA is considered, is actually add to cart over existing add to cart. So it's at actually 59%. Let's call it 60%, right? So if you want to beat a competitor, you need to have your add to cart more than your competitors. So how to get that is up to you, but that's how we want to get, that's 60% of the weight. So we're looking at, second one is query count, phrase doc. So it's about a 15%-ish. So that's about, what it is actually like clicks and searches and page views. So if you get people to click on your product page and look at it, that's about 15%. Let's go on to the third one. It's purchase over existing purchase, POEP. So that's about 12 or 13%. So right there, that is, if you want to get on the first page, make sure you get more purchases than the first guy. And then the phrase doc score. So that's actually the stuff that we just talked about, the first top 8, making sure all your keywords are on that top 6 for the very beginning. Later on, when you have question and answers and reviews, see if you can generate some of the keywords inside there, because that is searchable. To give you an example, CBD cannot be in any of your listings at all. CBD oil, right? How are you going to get it there? You could pay PPC, but a cheaper way is to go in and put in inside your reviews or your question and answers, so then you could still be indexed without putting it in or getting into trouble with Amazon, right? So going over POEP, 59%, add to cart over existing add to cart. Searches and page views, 15%. And purchase over existing purchase, another 13%. Phrase doc, on-page optimization, another 8%. So just looking at the 4 things that we're talking about here, that's already 95% of your optimization that you really need to count on. You don't have to think about other things, just focus on these 4 and you'll do really good on optimizing your page. So who knows what brand analytics is? 1, 2, 3, oh, a bunch of you guys. So I will talk about this, the truth about brand analytics. So what Amazon came out with brand analytics is trying to say, hey, we are going to give you more data. We're going to give you search volume, of each keyword. So with that said, you'll probably use that in order for you to maybe thinking that, hey, I got the search term, search volume. Maybe I can use that to see which one has the most sales. And then I'll go in and optimize for those keywords, correct? But then I'm going to talk about, it's kind of like very, very misleading with those keywords in a bit. So I created a term. It's called purchase frequency rank. It's just like search frequency rank, where number 1 is your highest search volumed keyword, and then number 2 is second highest search volume. So just like BSR. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So just like purchases, the most purchased for a keyword will be number 1, and then the second and third. So that's what it is. So you can take a picture. I don't want to read that for you guys. So I'm going to do a little case study here. Give you an example of what I was talking about between search volume versus purchase frequency rating. This is a soap dispenser. Someone in my group was asking, hey, I was going to say, hey, I'm going to do a case study on something. Anyone want to give me a product? I'll do it. And then this is I think Max gave me this on the group. So if you could see that, I found related to this product all these keywords based on the search volume. It's listed here regarding the product. And then I look at the search volume for SFR based on that, and it's actually listed for the top 60 that comes out from for analytics. You can actually see that these are some of the where the keywords are at. So search volume, and then I use that for PFR. PFR is number 1 is actually the highest ranking sales keyword. Number 2 is also the second highest ranking, and so forth. So you can see that if I'm just looking at search volume, which is SFR, you'll see that there's a lot of these keywords that are empty. And you see number 3, number 5, number 6, number 7, the top selling keywords. They're actually, we won't be focusing on those because we're just based on search volume and based on brand analytics, and then we can only see that there's certain these SFRs, and a lot of the keywords we're missing because we're not gonna go to page 2 of the brand analytics in order for us to go and optimize keywords. We're mainly gonna look at page 1. Right, so there it is. So PFR, you can see there's a lot of empty spaces. That's a lot of potential keywords that we're losing a lot of sales on. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back. So going back, okay. So only 26% of the PFR keywords are on the top of the 60 SFRs, and which consists of 35% of the sales. So you're losing 70% of the sales based on the SFR. So here's another product, another sample. This is, I guess it's a footrest. So we have 5 competitors, five ASINs, and we wanted to build a list of keywords based on the ASIN. So if you look at it, I'll look at it over here. So you guys can look over there. So if you look at it, if we're looking at SFR, then if you see number one is actually the best-selling keywords. Everyone, even the people who actually selling this product for so long, thought it was always a footrest was the keyword that they were focusing on. But in reality, if you look at between PFR, which is purchase keywords, and SFR, you can see that actually the number 1 keyword is actually footrest under desk. And actually, you look at it, there's no competitors. It's only 800 competitors compared to the second keyword that everyone thought that supposedly getting all the sales, which is about, second keyword is about 30,000 competitors on there. So once again, we're trying to use trying to let you know that PFR, you can actually see there's a lot of these stars, X's, is the ones that we want to focus on because they're low-hanging fruits. They're actually really easy to rank these keywords and get a majority of the sales. So there's one with 818, there's the one with 2,000, 1,000, 1,426 competitors we're talking about. So when we focus down, we just want to focus on those 5 keywords. Those 5 keywords, actually, low-hanging fruit, very easy to rank because there's less competitors and there's a lot of sales too, actually. And this is actually come out to be 51.9% of the sales for those keywords. There's a bunch of you guys probably aren't in Amazon and maybe they're like kind of over your head, but if you guys start, you go back, maybe look at the slides and stuff like that. Hopefully you guys can learn more. But this is a key. This is a lot of good stuff. So on brand analytics, there's 2 things on it that shows. It's something called click share and conversion share, right, guys? Right, guys? Okay, I thought I was talking to myself. Okay, so click share, based on one keyword, it's gonna tell you the first 3 ASINs, the top 3 ASINs, the click share, how many percent of the click share that it takes up for each of the top 3 ASINs. Okay, so and then there's another one called conversion share. Conversion share is for the top 3 ASIN, it will tell you the conversion rate or the share that each of the top 3 ASIN for that keyword is getting the sales or converting. So just remember that, okay? We'll come back to it. So I think it was Viral Launch. One said that, hey, people, there's this new brand analytics. We can actually see when people are manipulating data, where for some reason there's no sales, this guy gets on the first page. How do they do it? Have you ever seen this? Where all of a sudden there's someone with no keyword, no reviews, and no sales are on the first page, and pretty high, maybe top 5 or something, or 10, right? Have you guys seen that? A lot, right? I'm going to teach you how they do it. So this is what they said, but in reality, they said, oh, maybe it's because people doing add to carts are creating this, manipulating the whole system and stuff like that. But that's not true. This is not add to cart. Add to cart does not create a 0 conversion rate. In Amazon's eyes, Amazon thinks add to cart is actually it's estimated conversion, where they can retarget you with ads or whatnot in order for you to buy. So it's their job to make people buy because they have data. They say, hey, if you have this much add to cart, a percentage of it will buy. So if you have like 10 add to cart, maybe 50% of people will buy. So you have 100 add to cart. Estimated conversion rate is 50, or they'll feel like they can actually get you through emails or through those retargeting ads that follows you around. So this is not true. When someone's manipulating keywords, this is not going to show up. You won't see this. So I'm going to add to cart actually works because that's inside the list that we talked about, right? How do you rank? 60% is add to cart. So add to cart strategy will get you ranked to the first page as well. Here, I'm going to introduce another one. It's called social signals. Anyone heard of social signals? Maybe affiliate marketers, maybe no, or something. Yeah. So social signals from outside, maybe outside traffic coming in to Amazon or your listing page will give you attraction on Amazon. Amazon is like Google, okay? So Amazon doesn't know what's popular until it's too late. So they have to have some kind of social signal or some RSS or directory back in the SEO days with Google, right? They have directories and RSS feeds and stuff like that. So we're using social signals to tell Amazon, hey, these things are the upcoming stuff. They're really hot, so push it up on your listings based on the keywords or whatnot. So we're using social signals. It's another thing that we're going to teach you how it's going to rank your product on the first page. Okay, so we're tracking brand analytics. Here's the example. Yellow is added carts, and green is like the social signals that we talked about. You can see added carts convert, right? There's conversion rates. It's not zero, because it has that. They think that every added cart is a conversion. And then this social signal right here is actually lower because people going to the page might not want to buy, so it's less of a conversion rate. So they might not even do an added cart. So here's a better picture. I'm sorry. This is what probably should have showed. So I'm going to talk about social and outside traffic to get to that social signals. So under Alexa, everyone knows Alexa. It's a website owned by Amazon, talking to you, the world sites, which the ranking of how much traffic each site has and what's the number one site out there. So we're looking here. Top one, two is YouTube. Number 3 is Facebook, and number 9 right there is Instagram. So a lot of the social networks or social platforms, the people that are the ones that you guys know, are pretty high up there. So when Amazon sees this, they think of it as an authority site. So if it kind of is on there and people are promoting it, driving traffic to your listings on your ASIN, your landing page, then they'll boost up your ranking for your ASIN. So this is just an anchor power, and they have their own community. So their community is ranked number 9,000. So on Alexa, back in the when I did this chart, and the power of traffic. Now we're talking about power of traffic. YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram ranked what we talked about. That's why we're kind of worried. As Amazon seller, we're worried about this affiliate world people coming into our space because they're going to crush it. Because they know how to harness the power of traffic. So here's these social signals right here on Amazon's page. You guys probably have seen it before. So on the share, you can see a Pinterest right there. We're going to go talk about Pinterest first as an example. It's the same format as the other ones, but here it goes. So in order for us to create a social signal, we want to create an URL, so that we can tell people to click on this URL and it'll drive traffic to that landing page, which is our ASIN, our product. So here it is. We clicked on the Pinterest, and here we got a URL after we create this link. I call it actually super social URL. some of these terms I just make up out of nowhere. Super social URL for Pinterest. It's actually 40% more effective than normally those super URLs you hear about, because Amazon thinks of it as real authority. So URL should be like this. So just add the keyword that you got from that link that you created. You created a Pinterest URL. You just add this and sign, keyword equals weighted blanket, right? Plus weighted blanket. And then add it onto it, and then use this to put onto your Pinterest. Put into the places that you want to have people come into your Amazon page. So the 5 innovative and highly profitable launch strategies. Here it is. We're talking about no giveaways, and you can rank your product on the first page. Okay? No giveaways. Giveaways cost a lot of money, right? So we use Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So these are the highly authority sites that can help us get higher conversion rate for people to click on that link to go to Amazon, with Amazon being able to increase our product listing page higher onto the first page. That's our goal. So take pictures here, guys. I don't want to repeat it because it's kind of telling you that what is the best time to post for these 5 social pages, social sites. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday at 1 to 4. Worst day is what? Tuesday. Best day is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And at what time? So you guys just take some pictures. That's Facebook. Let's go on Twitter. Here's YouTube. Here's Instagram. Why is it important that we look at times of the day? Because you want as many people to click on that link based on the time of the day. So that's why we're having this chart here. So you can post it a certain time of the day. Because if not, it might get diluted through all the posts and stuff. LinkedIn. Okay, so I'm going to go talk about product filtering and how to increase sales and faster ranking. So I think someone did talk about it. I think it was Tim and Zach at the same time. They were talking some of it. So I'll kind of repeat it. I think Zach said $40, but product selling for over $50 is what I would suggest. Because you don't want to do like a screen protector, which is like $6, and each click is $1. You know, you'll lose a lot of money. That's not going to work out. So if your product cost or your selling price is higher, then your A cost is lower, no matter what. So you see a lot of gurus out there, you know, on Facebook. I don't really post stuff on Facebook much, but I should. But they would actually show you a screen of a very low A cost. But in reality, maybe the product is $100 that you don't even know. Or is it $6 product? You don't know. But if the product is actually $50, $1 for one click is 2%. Instead of $1 for a $6 product, 13, 12%, my math is bad. Right? So PPC enabled. Now you can do a lot of PPC. Now you can throw a lot of PPC dollars on there without losing money. And it has less competition. You won't have a lot of people that are starting out or that are maybe overseas or might not be like a wealthy done Amazon for so long are scared to do high volume item, high price item. So you have a lot of less competition, right? That's one thing. Number two, supplements and health and beauty. I'm talking about US right now. Maybe UK is the same. Mainly people want to do like, they trust the local brands, supplement companies. Like in US, Canada and US is actually trusted for supplements. You don't want to buy supplements from China, right? So supplement and health and beauty, meaning ointments, cream. So those are big markets. Competitive, but really rewarding. Number three, find a product that you can upsell with similar items. Don't try to find something that you can actually build a brand to with. So when maybe a person buys one, then there's another one they can buy as well. Okay, so I only have 13 minutes. Let me go through this really quick. So check your non-intellectual property. Make sure there's no IP problem. Avoid products that has lots of competitors with high review rating. First, make sure there's less competition, less black hat, less things to less competition, because a lot of people, buyers, they like to see or buy stuff with a lot of reviews. And avoid products with too many colors and sizes. Why? It dilutes, if you're doing clothes, it dilutes your inventory or cash flow. Because you have to take care of all the sizes. And maybe there's just one size a lot of sells. So another one is Europe. You go in Europe, it's like 5 times easier than the US. So, okay, I'm going to do a case study on this, right? How to become a 7-figure seller in 7 days with social signals. I only have 12 minutes left. Take pictures. I'll go really quick. Product launch. Ranking 12 keywords on the first page with 2 ASINs. Low competitive keywords. Credit use. I'll talk about credit later. 34,080. It's kind of like clicks or links to your ASIN page. About $3,000. Duration, about 7 days. Average sales price, $171. Product. Net profit, about $70. Selling about 20 per day on average. So that would result in a gross sales about $3,420 per day, $102K a month, $1.2 million a year. So net profit would be $140 a day, $42,000 a month, and $504K a year. Profit margin equivalent to about 41%. All right. So here's an ASIN ranking 7 keywords on the first page without giveaway. You can see right here, we're talking about social signals, right? Here is an example of a helium-10 chart of it going on the first page. Actually 5 days, because we started tracking it, so it got there 5 days, but I like 7 days. Here's a helium-10 CPR. It's actually how helium-10 is saying, how much do we need to give away in order for you to rank on the first page? So for each keyword, it will tell you exactly how much needs to be ranked to give away. You can see $171. That thing is going to cost a lot to give away, right? So this is social signals. You can see 7 days, 300. We started out 330, and so on. About 1.1 on the slope curve times each day, additional day. So here's a chart that we had. So with social signals, you can see that it went up to rank number 10 in about 5 days for one of the keywords. Sorry, guys. Let's go up pretty fast here. Here's a chart on Kippa on the exact trend, how it looked like from 0 to what sells. And it's BSR ranking. Here's the back end for that ASIN, the profit, the sales for that ASIN for the number one ASIN with the 7 keywords. Here's ASIN 2 now. Remember 12 keywords? Now that one was 7, now this is 5 keywords on the first page without giveaways. You can see they're all on the first page. The number 5 kind of wiggles around. So Helium 10 is telling us for these 5 keywords, we would need that much giveaways in order for it to rank for the first page. Here's a Kippa chart for that. Here's that ASIN sales page inside Seller Central that tells you about the chart, the upcoming trend. You see that drop off. That's just the data, the time of the day hasn't kicked in yet. So this is the 7 days. How after you stop doing your Cisco signals, it still ranks on top for that particular keyword. Started. So ASIN 1, it costs about $31. That's the cost. And we're selling at $171 on average, with a net profit of $70, which includes PPC and returns. And then the second ASIN actually is a lot cheaper. It's an $18 product, selling at $171 and $80 includes PPC and returns. You could actually see this is the calculator that we're talking about. For Amazon calculator, it's actually 68%, but we overestimate our returns and PPC so that we actually made more probably. So conclusion, social signals is a very cost-effective way right now in order for you to rank, instead of the old giveaways. The old giveaways of 2019, let's just say. 2020, you guys are going to start, here it is. Here's a breakdown. ASIN 1, 832 giveaways. ASIN 2, 462 giveaways. The cost breakdown for fees for Amazon, 1,296. Rebate would cost us how much? $77K. Okay, $77K. So with 100% rebate, it'll cost you $77K. I'm not even talking about that $2 or $4 fee. I didn't even add that in. So it could be more, right? And then the social signal is $3,000. But it's about 2 or 3 days, you can recoup that money really quick. So remember, $74K, right? There's a savings of $74K. This is very important. We're trying to exit. We want to exit. So if we're saving $74K for each launch, and a launch per year, we do 4 launches. Very conservative, right, guys? And that would save us $296,000. You could do your math with your products later on. So an average selling multiple is 2.67. So if you times this every year, you're saving $296,000 times 2.67 multiple. You're actually, you could say you're exiting with another $800,000. $800,000. You guys understand this part? Probably Empire Flipper knows this stuff. So, for your exit, what do you need to worry about? The roadmap. Really good products, product selection, branding, marketing focus on customer and retention. Have mini chat flows, build a group, a fan group for your brand. Launch process, cheap method, affiliates, social traffic. Number 4, competitive advantage, drive converting traffic to Amazon. Learn how to do that. Number 5, growing brands to 8-figure is hard with one product. You need to maybe launch multiple products and complementary products. Rinse and repeat. And repeat. Amazon's a long-term game, different than affiliates and drop shipping. So take your time, put effort in it, and it'll pay back. Right. So before, 5 years ago, it was easy. Everyone just needs to put up a product online and it sells. I started e-commerce 2003, Amazon 2009. How many of you guys started like 5 years ago? 5 years ago, Amazon 5 years ago? Was it easier? Oh yeah? So a lot easier, right? Okay, so I'm sorry. Give me a second. So 5 years ago, you only need to put product, but now times are hard. You guys didn't get in when the gravy train was there. Now you have to actually have skills. Do the thing I said. Remember the 8 things, the 8 optimization, and find ways to do the social signals, point traffic to your listing, and money. You need money now, right? Well, with the thing I told you about, this thing is not cheap to do, right? How are you going to do it if you don't have money? Protection. Why protection? People are attacking you left and right nowadays. You need a SAM. You need to pay for that 5K or 1 point or whatever percent they do. And defense. How are you going to defend yourself from people? I'm sorry. Was that defense? Oh yeah. Protection, defense. I should have said attack or whatever. But how am I defend, right? So you're gonna have to make sure you have a way so that you block people from sabotaging you. You gotta know how to attack back. I should have said, because tell people, hey, don't mess with me. And then to become a big seller on Amazon. So here's I know we talked about like high priced product. I'm gonna show you how to get some loans or get some money involved. So this is a bricks. They're actually for US only. So it's no person guarantee. It only looks at your sales history and it gives you 100%, 50 to 100% of your projected sales a month, and it's a credit card. So you can actually use this line to pay for your vendors. Okay, credit cards. So you just, HT, Howard Tide at bricks.com, they gave me an email address. So if you do that, they'll give you like $1,000 or something for each sign up. So this is a 60-day interest-free credit line. All right, for those outside of US, you can do Payoneer or Ping Pong. I think there's a lot of other ones. They also have a similar credit thing based on your sales without touching your credit, with your personal credit. Okay? And this is actually a company that's plastic. You go plastic.com for Professor of Amazon. If you go there, they'll give you some discounts too on like first 3 payments, 50%. You can use this credit card to pay for your vendor. You go and use your credit card to go into the site and charge it and pay the vendor, and they'll wire money to the vendor. Okay? So if you already have a black card or Amex card with 2-3%, you can use that instead of those loans that I talked about, the company line of credit. You can just use this and then pay them. So then you have terms, you have cash flow, and with that compound with, if you can talk to your factory on getting 2 months free, 2 months plus another 2 months, that's 4 months. So here's my information. Contact me, howardtai.com. Here's my LinkedIn. Here's my WeChat. If you guys want the slides, you go to howard.com, howardtai.com. There's a Facebook group. You just click on it, go to Facebook, and ask me on the Facebook group, and I'll send a link in there. All right? I bought some companies from him too.
Ready for some Q&A?
I hope so. I hope I can answer these questions.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
Okay, let's see what they
All right. So first question. So the one who pays more on pay-per-click, does that mean that they're going to be in the top list because they're paying more? Or is there more to it than that?
So is one who pays more on pay-per-click, can they be on top?
I think they
list?
mean they're paying more per bid. So does that automatically get them to the top list or
No.
other optimization?
Paying more doesn't mean that you'll be on top. Oh, you're talking about on the PPC, on the sponsored products, or on
That's what
ranking.
I'm assuming.
Well, pay more. If you're not relevant with those keywords inside your listing, you're going to pay a lot more. And you might not even be able, if you're not in there on the listing, you're not even going to show up on PPC. As much as you want to pay, you're not relevant on Amazon's eyes. So you're not going to be up there.
And how do you get the SFR and PFR values?
Okay, SFR is based on brand analytics, which is based on if you have a brand registry account. Brand registry account, then you can request for brand analytics, and that's where you can download all the SFRs. SFR can be based on a keyword, an ASIN or keyword, or you can just SFR like 1 million of the top 1 millions of the SFRs out there. And then how do you get the PFR values? PFR values, if you guys need it, contact me. I can get it for you guys. No.
I think I know the answer to this, but when you were talking about keywords on Amazon, when people search that same keyword in Google, will their Amazon product listing page come up on there? It's a different ecosystem, right?
When people search for keyword on Google, will direct. If you're on the first page on Amazon, and most likely you would probably be indexed on Google for that search term as well, because Google and Amazon's really good. They look at Google like they monitor the spikes of traffic and everything, very internally, very detailed. So they want to rank on Google as well. So if you're on the first page on Amazon, it's a very good chance that you're on Google also.
Cool.
On the first first spot.
And next question, can we run ads on all these social networks and bring traffic to the URL? Would that count as social signals?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, that was an easy one. What are the best tools you recommend using right now?
For what again? It depends on what, right?
There's a broad question.
So Helium 10 is what I use because they give it to me for free to use. So
glowing review. What is the most performing review strategy? I'm assuming getting the best strategy to get the most reviews.
The best review strategy is having your own based groups on Facebook, and you just have mini chat funnels, and you own the audience. These audience is yours. You give them content. You're friends with them, and then when you do buy. They do buy. You send in some products. They buy it. They're going to automatically give you like reviews. You know, like if you are friends with someone and they're going to say, "Hey, this guy is a good person." You know, they'll just automatically check it. So build your audience.
Yeah, that is super important. Owning the audience. So few people actually do that. So in your opinion, Jungle Scout versus Helium 10, which one do you like the most?
I'm good friends with Manny and. So I would say Helium 10. Yeah. Up to you guys, you know.
This is recorded. He's gonna.
I'll be recorded.
Listen to you.
Yeah.
What are the websites / tools used to find search volume and keywords?
So this search volume is based on Helium 10 search volume. So they have pretty good. It matches with the SFR and everything.
Makes sense. For social, we answered a similar question earlier on that one. If add to cart is number one, then what do you recommend getting as many add to carts as possible?
So there's a lot of bad people out there. They're gonna put in, and there's like a lot of ways to get to add to cart. You put in Craigslist saying, "Hey, come here and give you fake coupon codes that's 50% off." People go in and add to cart, and they see that they never get it. So that's a way, which is bad because you're trying to do a brand. You don't want people to hate you. Say, "Hey, this brand that tricked me that last time," you know. So you can also do like mini chat flows where you have like a little wheel of fortune, you know, where you can actually have like a coupon code, and you can have to go in and use it in order to know what your percentage off is. That's another way that's very popular. There's a lot of ways like that. I think that would be probably pretty legit.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much, everyone. Give a round of applause for Howard.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.